Hello, I'm Kelly Levine, the Closet Coach. I teach professional organizers and designers how to design custom closets like the pros so they can grow their business and make more money. On this channel, I do a lot of, so far anyway, a lot of different designs. We've talked a lot about master bedroom closets, reaching closets, how to do your inventory, how to measure closets, how to draw closets. If you're new here, go back and watch those first 4 videos. They're called Start Here. You'll get an idea of what's happening here. Otherwise, it might be a little bit confusing when I start drawing on the graph paper and all of that. At any rate, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Somebody in the comments asked about pantries. So I'm going to show you guys how to design a simple 3-section pantry with a corner. So I see these in Minnesota. I see these in a lot of homes. You may have a bigger pantry. You may just have a long, narrow pantry. You'll kind of get the idea that there's a lot of different things that you can do. You know what? Let's just dive right in. I'll show you some pictures. So here we go. All right, so here's a few pictures, just a couple pictures of 3 different pantries that I designed. And kudos to these homeowners who have their pantries so neat and clean. Anyway, this particular one, you can see there's 3 sections here. Same with this one. This one's got a few pull-out drawers. And then this is a much bigger pantry, but you can kind of see still, if you look at these 3 sections, that, this is just a matter of adding more straight sections. So this is the style of pantry that we're going to look at today, and the system or the materials that I'm going to use as a demonstration come from a company called Menards, and at least here they sell a product called Dakota. Let's see, Dakota Closets is the name of the product that they sell, and so I chose this one because I like this company. I like the thickness of the material of these packages that you can buy is 3/4 of an inch. So it's nice and sturdy. These panels also come 14 inches deep. So you get a decent system. Everything isn't just 12 inches deep. And you can buy the pieces individually. So I'm going to show you today how to not only design the closet, but also then what you need to do to kind of figure out what to order if you're a DIYer. If you are not, and you've got a good design drawn out the way that I'll show you, you can more than likely take it to the store and they're going to be able to help you figure out what you need to buy. Again, these things are not as intuitive always as they seem. So I hope that this helps if you are thinking about doing a corner pantry. So on this page, as always, I've drawn out already, a 48 by 48 inch pantry. And again, this is from the top looking down. And this is a really common size. Sometimes they're, 52 inches, something like that. But if you're going to use this Dakota system to do this yourself, probably the maximum size corner closet that you could do this in, or corner pantry, would be 61.5 by 61.5, just because of the restrictions in the sizes of what is available for these things. I'm going to show you how to use a corner shelf, and the corner shelf that this product is made in is 24 inches. Okay, right there. So that's what I'm going to show. You wouldn't want to do a corner shelf any smaller than that because the dimensions are going to get way too tight. So I'll show you how to draw this. Again, this is 48 by 48. If you've got 24-inch shelves and those shelves come 24 by 24 for that corner shelf, you're going to have 24 inches that way, going 14 inches, and 24 inches this way. Now, I looked up on this product, this particular product, and the actual shelf width is 24 inches. So in laying out this pantry, I am going to talk about the width of the material and what what you're going to need, true dimensions. Okay. So if we've got a 24-inch by 24-inch corner shelf here, and it's 14 inches deep, that's what we've got. So in order to fill up the rest of this space with shelving, we're going to need another panel here and another panel here. But one of the things that can happen in a pantry is that if this corner is not perfectly square, the sections can pull. In other words, if this wall is off in this corner, it could pull your corner out here. And then by the time you add another panel over here, I'm exaggerating this, but you can see that you can end up with almost like a triangle here pulled away from the wall. So what I suggest when you're doing a pantry like this is to add another panel. And this is, this is a custom closet company trick so that you don't get stuck getting pulled away. You can make it work for one side because you can pull it tight to one side, but you can't always get that to be even on both sides. So it does add a little bit more cost, but again, I would suggest adding an additional panel on one side or the other. You could have done it here or here. Okay. So that's really the three sections that we're going to have. And drawing those in elevation, I'm going to actually draw this one right here. Whoops. That one right here as elevation A. So those panels, if we go back, these panels are 86.5 inches high. You can buy them in 3 different sections. So if you were using this for something else, you could you could buy them in different heights. But these are 86.5 inches is what most people are going to want to use in a 96-inch room. So we've got 86.5 inches of height. I probably should have done that a little bit higher. Okay, and then we're going to have a panel right here against the wall. And if you've got baseboard in your room, you're going to have to cut that off above the baseboard. If you are a carpenter and you know how to do a filler strip, you could do a filler strip there and then have your panel go all the way to the floor. But that's beyond the scope of our conversation here. And so then your corner, remember, we've got 24 inches in here. And again, those are 14-inch panels. So what I'm drawing here is actually the view as if you were standing right here and looking this way. So you're seeing the edge of this panel right here. Since this is a corner shelf, your view would be blocked from this because you'd see this first. This is how drafters draw. Hopefully that's not too confusing for you, but that is the way that it would be drawn out. Okay, so you've got that there. And then the corner panel package comes with 6 shelves, which is going to really be a really good amount for a typical pantry. I normally leave, somewhere around 14 inches at the bottom. Measure what you want to put down there. If you've got some higher things that you want to slide in on the floor, you can leave a little bit more space, but that's usually a good amount of space for people. And then this next shelf up for the corner, usually I put it about 36 inches. And the reason for that is 36 inches. The reason for that is so that if you've got one of these, a lot of these big machines and stuff, which are fairly heavy, you can just carry that and put it right on the shelf. Okay, so, and with that being said, usually sometimes I'll leave a little bit more space between that second and third shelf as well. But today we're just going to show, these kind of sort of using these 6 shelves and getting them in there spaced kind of evenly. You may not even need to use all 6 of those. And I'm going to move this down just a little bit because even at 30 inches, that's kind of a nice spacing too. Okay, so we've used all 6 of those. Don't forget your top. Your top is a shelf as well. So that's going to be your 6th shelf there. All right, so we've got that drawn. Now we're going to draw this section here. And I would say, use 6 shelves there as well. The reality is that you're going to have some of these are not probably going to be all evenly spaced once you get your items in here. And, when you're looking at a pantry, I could make this a 5-hour video about pantries, but the reality is that you're going to have some shelves that are closer together and some that are farther apart. And these are more than likely pretty easily adjustable with the system that I'm suggesting for you guys. So you'll be able to move those and adjust them based on the inventory of what you're storing in your pantry. So the other side, this B, let's get rid of this. This B section looking this way is the elevation that I've got drawn right here. So let's just quickly draw that in. We've got our 24-inch shelves. And then we've got a shelf against the wall. That's going to have to be cut off, more than likely above your baseboard. And then you've got your 14-inch panel, just like we did on this side, except for opposite. And so these shelves coming across here are going to be in the identical space because it's actually the same shelf. All right, so that's the corner shelves. It's going from here over to here, and that's, from here over to here, looking at it in 2 different elevations. And then we've got our other shelves from this other section as well. And I can kind of probably sort of cheat because I made this 48 by 48. So I'm going to cheat and just paste those in. Okay, so that's what your design really looks like. Now, the true math on this is, and when I drew this side, remember I said on A that we're actually going to add another panel here so that you've got some wiggle room in case that corner is not perfectly square. Okay, so here's the math. We've got a 48-inch wide wall right here. Right here. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 pieces of material, and they're 3/4 of an inch thick. So we're going to subtract 2 1/4 inches. And then we know that this shelf right here is 24 by 24. So I already know that's 24. You don't write in the dimension of the panels So, and then we've got 48 minus 2¼ inches for the material, and then minus 24 inches. So your panel on the end here, your shelf is going to end up to be 21¾ inch. Now that's going to vary a little bit if you are going to, go wall to wall, which in this case you would be. So I'm not going to lie, this is not for the, faint of heart DIYer. You got to have some tools. You're probably going to need a saw. You're going to need to know how to measure. You've got to have a really good screwdriver to drive the screws in to hold these panels up. But you can do it if you're handy. So we're going to have a little bit different on the other side because we've got our 24-inch panels here, but we only have two pieces of material. So we've got the 48 minus 1½ inches minus 24. So we've got 22½ inch panels over here, or shelves over on this side. Okay, so this is the design that if you don't know what you're doing, you can take into Menards or wherever, feed it into their online, program if they've got one, and they can potentially spit out for you what you need. But we're going to take this just a little bit further, and I'll tell you how to, do the inventory of what you need. So when you're thinking about panels, the way that we've drawn this with this extra panel, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. So we need 5 panels. As far as the corner shelves, they come in a pack of 6, and that should work out fine. And then we've got our regular shelves, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 of those. Okay, so this is your inventory. I'm not going to go into screws and all of that, but the way these packages come, I believe they're giving you the the cams and everything to put these together. Again, you'll have to do some research on whatever system you buy to see what you need as far as hardware goes. But the main pieces, so that you can get an idea of what this would cost, is going to be 5 panels, 1 pack of corner shelves. So that's actually 1, and then 12 shelves. And I believe the shelves come in 2 packs. So that would be 6 packs. So let's take a look at what that might cost. Some of these pieces were on sale. So I've written out the regular price because I think these sale prices is going to, make this really seem it's going to be unrealistic if you don't find these great sales, but you potentially could. So the panels are $80. A pack of 2 shelves is $15. And then this pack of 6 corner shelves is $80. One more thing that I want to say about the corner shelves. If you purchase this type of a system from a custom closet company, they would more than likely make this corner shelf one continuous piece. So in other words, this whole thing would be made out of one piece of material. You can see here that this has got like some kind of connecting piece. In my opinion, that is not going to be quite as strong as what a custom closet company would do for you. So just keep that in mind. You may want to do some kind of reinforcement if it doesn't seem like it's going to hold a lot of weight. Again, in these corner shelves, the thing that is so great about them is you can put all this bigger, equipment in there. So you're going to want something that can hold some weight. But that being said, I think, these being 3/4 inch deep material, this is probably pretty good. So again, 80, 15, and 80. So we've got, this is 80, this is 80, this is 15. Did I write that down right? Yeah. And that was 2 pack, 2 corner shelves come in, or 2 single shelves come in there. So if we do our math here, we've got 480, and 6 times 15 is $90. So we've got $570 plus some hardware. Okay, so this is an awesome pantry. If you have the wherewithal to do this yourself, it's awesome. A custom installed system like this is probably going to be somewhere in the range of, I don't know, 1,500 to 20 to 2,000, something like that, depending on the area of the country that you're in. But then you're getting it installed. You know, you don't have to buy hardware. You don't have to have equipment. It's a done deal. And you're having it installed by people that know what they're doing. This, I think, you know, spending $1,500 or $2,000 on a pantry is some of the best money that my clients ever spent. I never had anybody tell me that they weren't thrilled with their new pantry and the amount of extra space that you can get stuff in there. So this is going to be, you know, $570 plus, plus your time. All right, so I hope that gives you an idea of what you can do in pantries. One more quick thing about the closet math. So in general, when I go into homes that have this type of a pantry, what I see is 4 shelves. You know, they'll have 4 shelves going from there to there. So basically what they've got is 48 plus 48 minus 12, because you can't count. They've got 84 inches of shelving on each shelf, and we've got that 4 times. Okay. And so that is 336 inches of shelving. In this, we've got, and I'm just going to call this 22 times 12. And then we've got, I'm going to count this as 36, because you don't, actually, it's not even that much. Plus 24 minus 14 is 34 times 6. And 34 times 6 is 24. So you've got, so you've got 468 inches, which is, you know, 132 inches more, which is, you know, when we talk about this in inches, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but that's 10 feet, 11 feet more shelving. Plus, the other benefit of this is when a contractor comes in and they've just got 4 shelves going all the way, like, you know, like this, like that, you can't adjust those. There's a lot of wasted space. So with this type of a system, you've got 3, you know, independent sections that you can adjust those shelves to make sure that you get more. So you may be able to get more shelves in, you may not want as many, but you're going to be able to maximize it based on your inventory. Things are going to be a lot easier to get to, and it's just a lot more space. I'm not going to talk about pull-out trays and things like that, you know, like you see here and like you see here. These are something that a custom closet company could do for you to really maximize your space. You can see that, you know, there's a lot of cans and things, so you can scrunch things closer because those actually pull out like drawers and then you can see everything. But a custom closet company could do something like that for you. Or again, if you're really handy, you could, but maybe I'll cover that on another video. I hope that helps. If you need this done for you, if you want to have a design done, there's a link below that you can sign up for just getting it done for you. I can get it done for you. If you're a professional organizer or a closet or a designer and you want to learn how to design custom closets, there's also a link for that below. If you want to serve your customers at the, the next level, you're gonna learn a lot. And not only do I teach you how to design the closets, but I also teach you how to sell them. And that's a big part of it as well. So let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you guys again on another video. And I hope that you get your pantry in line. Have a great day. Take care.